Welcome back to ABC-7 at 4. You probably know Padma Lakshmi from the long-running cable TV series Top Chef on Food Network. Well, now Padma has another series that premieres tomorrow on Hulu, and it's called Taste the Nation. And surprise, El Paso is the premiere episode, and Padma joins me now. First of all, Padma, congratulations on the series. What made you decide to do the show?
Well, I am an immigrant myself, and it's a very personal subject for me. And to me, the most interesting food in the country is immigrant food, and always has been. And so I wanted to look at that. You know, in the last 3.5 years, we've had a lot of vilification of immigrants. With the Muslim ban, with family separation at the border. I know you guys in El Paso have been dealing with that directly. And I really wanted to see what life was like for people who lived on the ground in El Paso, and how that symbiotic relationship with the city of Juarez and El Paso was affected. I really enjoyed my time in El Paso. I met so many interesting people, and I'd never been there before, and it really has a special place in my heart. I hope that I can come back there.
Well, we certainly would love to have you back here. Now, you are focusing a lot on this episode about El Paso, on the burrito. Is there something specific about that?
Well, the burrito was interesting for us to look at because, we look at tacos too with Ilemi. And by the way, Ilemi is doing takeout, curbside takeout, so please support them there in El Paso. I wanted to look at how colonialism, the whole theme of El Paso, that episode is about how outside forces affect the people living on the ground, and that's been happening for centuries. And the burrito allowed me to talk about that because you can't fold really a corn tortilla without, it tearing. And so the burrito is only possible because of flour being brought by colonialists. So, and it gave me a chance to discuss a lot of history and a lot of what's going on now. I mean, it's obviously about food and travel, but the food is just an excuse to talk about the people. It allows me to get on my soapbox in a more elegant way, hopefully.
Well, I have to ask you, what was the appeal of going to a place like H&H Car Wash and meeting Maynard Haddad?
Well, I really, obviously I'm not a journalist. This is a very subjective show. It's my opinion. But I thought it was important that I discuss these issues with a whole host of different people. And I had heard how much of an institution that car wash was and the chili rellenos were from a cook's point of view. I just wanted to learn how to make it. But I wanted to talk to Maynard because Maynard is a staunch Republican. He's always voted Republican. He, employs so many Mexican immigrants, and yet he still considers himself a Trump supporter. And I found that very curious. And, I was kind of intimidated by that interview because I heard, that he can be a little gruff or cantankerous, but we had a really good, long conversation. We don't have time for most of it in the show. I found him very compelling, and it's interesting that, Maynard himself is a product of immigration. His grandfather, I think, snuck over into America from Mexico, and he has Syrian descent. His grandfather's actually Syrian. So when you scratch the surface and you look a little deeper and you talk to all these people, everybody has a fascinating story. You just have to capture it. You just have to listen and be curious. And I'm super curious. I mean, I'm happy to say that I'm lucky enough to do what I would be doing for free anyhow.
Taste the Nation premieres tomorrow on Hulu. Check it out. El Paso is the first episode in the 10-episode series. Padma Lakshmi, thank you so much for speaking with me today. And next time you come to El Paso, let's share a plate of chili rellenos.
That sounds great. Also, Top Chef is on Bravo, not on the Food Network, and it's having its finale tomorrow, too. So you can watch me on various channels. Thank you so much. Love to have a chili relleno with you.
Thank you very much, Padma.